Hello everyone, this is Ritesh from Dancing with Data, क्योंकि data ही data है. So what I have for you today? Today we are going to continue our Tableau Specialist series, and this is the section 3.3, where we talk about view and share workbook data. Share a workbook example TWBX as a PDF or an image, view and export underlying data, and last but not the least, export to Microsoft PowerPoint. Looks 4 points over there, but it's more than that. Taking help of the Tableau official help blog site is the best way to go ahead with this one. So let's see how can we view underlying data at Tableau. So we'll go to the Tableau workbook as well. So here you can see we can view data from the data source page. So let us first go to the data source page. So here we are at the data source page and you can see the three tables over there. So here you can see this is the way you can view your data, although you cannot export, but you can view your data source and you can see all the rows over there, all 999 rows over there. Now you can also view from the data pane. So we'll just switch over to the data pane. So if I just hit on the sheet 1, I'll go to the data pane, and here also you can see you can view data. Now the difference is now you're in a position to export all as well. So again 9994 rows, but you are in a position to export the same to any location that you want. So if I move further down, you can see view data for a mark. That means if I just want to highlight a particular mark and export the information behind or the data behind that mark, we can do that as well. How? For example, here I want to export the central region data. I can just go and say view, and here you go. I should be able to export this very particular mark. So you are in a position to export a particular mark as well. Another important point over there, you can see that copy or export all the view from the data dialog box. So that is also another thing that you can do. So here we will select the rows or columns of interest, and we can just click the copy button and paste it anywhere. So I can come over there, shift button, control copy, control C, and open a notepad, and I can control V. That is, I am in a position to paste it easily. Sometimes you don't see the view data icon, and there is a reason behind the same. For example, if I just go over there, now this is because your tooltip is on. Once it is off, you will not be able to see that. That means if you uncheck this, you will not be able to see this. So ensure that this is checked all the time. There you go. Okay. Let's move over to another insightful blog where you can see how you can export data from Tableau desktop. Now let's go over to the desktop. We can also first analyze that how you can share with the help of Tableau online or Tableau server. So let's start with that. That's easy. So when you are a Tableau server, remember Tableau public is also a server. Now you have the option to export your view to image, data, crosstab, PDF, PowerPoint, and Tableau workbook. Yes, here we have disabled data crosstab, means the owner of the workbook has it disabled, but otherwise you have the option to select your file format, the way you want to share your data or you want to export your data. And that's what you see over there. So if I click on that, that's what you see. Again, the download format available to you depend on permissions. So that's what I was talking about. Let us see a few more options over there. Export data in the data source. So first of all, export your data to .csv file. So the same thing, you can do it from the data pane itself. That means I go there below at my data pane, just below the data source, and you can export to a CSV file. That's it. That's very easy indeed. The second point over there is extract your data. This is not in scope for this very particular video. Maybe I'll make another video, but this is nothing but once you have saved once you have selected extract as your connection. What I mean is that once you have selected your data source as extract, use extract, then this is an extract, and when you save this extract to a location, that's what they are talking about over there. After you connect your data, you can export and save your data source as .tds file. So once I've created this as an extract, I can add this to my data source and save as .tds file. So that's the another way to export your data, correct? But the difference is this very particular special .tds file can help your colleague to make use of the same data source. Now talking about the third one, export the data source. Now you can see there are four different points over there. How you export data used in the view. So let us talk about now data source is fine, we are done, but exporting data used in the view means right now I'm not talking about the data source but the view I am in, right? So how can you export data in view to Microsoft Access or .csv? So I'll have to go to the worksheet and export, that's it. So remember, I'm talking about a worksheet and not the data source itself. For example, I just want to export this data. So what you see in front of you, that is uh, sales broken into year and region. So I go to my worksheet and export my data set. Here also you see different options. Image, you can export image, data or cross tab, or you can copy. So once you copy, you'll have to paste it somewhere. Okay, let me start with data, control C, and with our notepad I can just go delete this and I can paste this one, right? So this is the same data set, so you see the same thing. The other option would be go and export to image. So let's say cross tab to Excel, and definitely you will get that Excel at the bottom, and here you go. This is my data set relevant to that very particular view, so I have to go to that very particular worksheet to convert that to a CSV file or export to a CSV file. That's it. So we have covered that and we have covered that as well. Export data view to Excel. So you can go and practice. Copy data is same thing. I think we have already discussed about the same. You can just copy data and paste, right? The way I show it to you. Copy cross tab of data in the view to clipboard. So for this, you just create a view, worksheet, copy and cross tab. Maybe we can see it over there itself. So this is the view, worksheet, copy, cross tab. That's it. And then we'll have to open another application such as Excel and paste the cross tab. So we'll do that. So let us make of the same Excel. I'll just add a new sheet and say Control V. And here you go. I got my C cross tab file over there. That's so easy. I can also share the second point. I can also share a workbook as a PDF from the workbook itself. How? You can see it's easy. So I go to my workbook, go to File, print to PDF. So before printing, it will save it to your local desk. Right? Then only you can print. So you can see .pdf format. File, print, PDF. While you can also share by publishing to the Tableau server. That's correct. So we can publish the same workbook. So I go to the server. I publish my workbook. Here you go. It's published. It's coming up. So definitely that's the other way to share your workbook with your client or the user. So here is the published workbook that you can share now. Again, this is an opportunity for me to show you that again I can export that to image, data, cross tab, PDF, PowerPoint as well, as you can see the last point over there. I hope this video was useful for you and it helps you to complete your section 3.3. So this is Ritesh signing off from Dancing with Data, क्योंकि डेटा ही दाता है क्या तुमको सब कुछ आता है